Hello. I'm going to check to make sure my mic's working. That's actually a mic. It's doing the thing. Hello, Poljack. Thanks for coming by, and thank you for your patience. I was struggling with my with OBS for like 10-15 minutes before the stream started, and so it set back all of my everything else. All right, are we getting game audio? I'm not sure that there is any. Ah, here we are. Here we got some audio. Let's turn that down a little bit. Back. This music is pretty cool. Just gonna turn it down a little bit more. All right, I played this for maybe an hour a couple of years ago, and I've been hearing about it basically since it came out. And since Planescape is coming out, or there's going to be a 5e Planescape book next year, supposedly, and I've always liked the Planescape setting, I thought I would give this game a shot. I bought this thing a few years ago from eBay for not a gigantic amount of money. I'm guessing they're probably going for a lot more right now. And I've been reading through that, and I've had my eye on some other... let's... Wow, that's at music 3. Okay. Yeah, I've been kind of circling Planescape the last few weeks, and so this seemed like a really cool way to... Wow, gotta turn it way down. If the music is so loud I can't hear myself think, then that's not gonna work. So yeah, we're gonna give this a shot. I have no idea whether the, like, old school isometric RPG vibes of this are going to be off target so much that I'm not into it. What I'm hoping is that I'll like it enough, or I'll like the setting stuff enough to want to do, just play, play the whole game. Even if I'm not super exhaustive with like side quests or whatever. But I don't know. All right, is the microphone is on, and you should be able to hear me now, because when I'm at my loudest, I'm almost into the yellow. If that is not the case, then I will adjust my microphone a little bit more. Maybe I'll turn it up just a little bit. You should be able to hear me now. All right, this is 2nd edition-ish D&D character creation. We've got strength, intelligence, dexterity, charisma, constitution, wisdom. All right, great. Glad that the audio is working. Wisdom, I am reminded, gives you a bonus to experience points. So let's put some points into wisdom. I watched the very beginning of my friend Arvin Eleron's stream of this that he did a couple years ago, and he said that this game is mostly talking. So let's try putting some points into charisma as well. We have 11 character points. I like being a dex person. We have 8 left. Are these 1-to-1? So these are 1-to-1, so I can go all the way up to an 18 charisma. And let's have a little bit more constitution. Regeneration rate would be lovely, but I'm not sure that that's going to happen. So that would mean 9 strength, 12 dexterity, 10 constitution, 12 intelligence, 14 wisdom, 18 charisma. I don't know that there are 2e classes that use charisma as their primary stat. So that may be interesting. I don't actually recall whether this game uses classes for the main character. So if you're watching and are familiar with this game, does this build seem like a bad idea? Because I'd love to be able to get the most out of like conversation trees and getting information from people and like the character stuff, which I've heard very good things about. I don't necessarily need to be like a beefy tanky fighter character if I can recruit a beefy tanky fighter person in my team. Thief skills, persuasiveness, ability to lead. Like, I guess there's like a followers bonus for that one, right? Constitution. I mean, I suppose I could take a class that's wisdom based with this. More intelligence gives some dialogue options. Okay, that's good to know as well. Gives you more dialogue options and aids in your mage skills. Makes you harder to hit. Well, what if we were a tiny bit less tanky and a little bit more intelligence? Because 13 is above average. Dex 11 is average. So, yeah, this will give us some more intelligence stuff, or more dialogue stuff, and it really means that we are going to be dependent on other characters to do the fighty stuff, and that's fine. I think. Armor class of 10, because this is 2E. Armor class of 10 is the worst you can get. I'm guessing if does my armor class go up? It does go up if I take a really high dexterity character, my base armor class will go down because the dexterity makes me harder to hit. The internet says Wisdom 18, Int 16, Charisma 13. Really? Sure. Let's see. Int 16. Okay. Dex, Con. I can't help but read these in the order that they're in the character sheet, so I go Strength, Dex, Con, Int, Wiz, Cha. Oh, right, because the memories thing in this is a big deal as well. Sure. Let's give it a shot. It's a skull.
Hey, Chief. You okay? You playing corpse or you putting the blinds on the dusties? I thought you were a deader for sure.
Who are you? Oh. Who am I? How about you start? Who are you? The voice that they gave Mort makes me feel like I should be doing like a Brooklyn or Queens accent for Mort. I don't know. I can't remember. You can't remember your name? Well, next time you spend a night in this burg, go easy on the bub. Name's Mort. I'm trapped in here, too. Trapped? Yeah, since you haven't had time to get your legs yet, is the chant. I've tried all the doors. The room is locked tighter than a chastity belt. We're locked in where? What is this place? It's called the mortuary. It's a big black structure with all the architectural charm of a pregnant spider. The mortuary? What? Am I dead? Not from where I'm standing. You got scars aplenty, though looks like some Burke painted you with a knife. All the more reason to give this place the laugh before whoever carved you up comes back to finish the job. Scars? How bad are they? Well, the carvings on your chest aren't too bad, but the ones on your back? More pauses. Say, looks like you got a whole tattoo gallery on your back, Chief. Spells out something. Tattoos on my back? What do they say? Heh. Looks like you come with directions. Mort clears his throat. Let's see, it starts with I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of Styx wash, but you need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that'll shed some light on the dark of the matter. Farad can fill you in on the rest of the chant, if he's not in the dead book already. I think this is the game manual. I think the game manual is inscribed on my back. Farad. Does it say anything else? There's a bit more. More pauses. Let's see, it goes on. Don't lose the journal, or we'll be up the sticks again. And whatever you do, do not talk to anyone who you are. Do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you, or they'll put you in a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you. Read the journal, then find Farad. No wonder my back hurts. There's a damn novel written there. As for that journal I'm supposed to have with me, was there one with me when I was lying here? No, you were stripped to the skins when you arrived here. Besides, looks like you got enough journal penned on your body. What about Farad? Do you know him? Nobody I know. But then again, I don't know many people. Still, some Burke's gotta know where to find Farad. Once we get out of here, that is. How do we get out of here? Well, all the doors are locked, so we'll need a key. Chances are one of the walking corpses in the room has it. Walking corpses? Yeah, the mortuary keepers use dead bodies as cheap labor. The corpses are about as smart as stones, but they're armless, and won't attack you unless you attack first. Is there some other way? I don't want to kill them just for a key. Or, should I attack one of the corpses and loot it for the key? What, you think it's going to hurt their feelings? They're dead! But if you want a bright side of this, if you kill them, at least they'll have a rest before the keepers raise them up to work again. Well, alright. I'll take one of them down and get the key. Well, before you that, arm yourself first. I think there's a scalpel on one of the shelves around here. Note, search the shelves in the room for a weapon to attack the zombies with. When you find one, go to the inventory screen, the backpack button in the lower right, and arm yourself. If you wish to examine any items you find, right-click on them in the inventory screen. Alright, I'll look for one. One last thing. The corpses are as slow as molasses, but getting punched by one of them is getting kissed by a battering ram. If they start getting an edge on you, remember you can run, and they can't. Use it to keep some distance if you need to recover. Note, to run, either toggle run on in the options screen or hold down the shift key and left-click the area you want to run to. If you are in danger of dying, use running to keep your distance from the zombies while you recover. Alright, thanks for the advice. Alright, quick, many things. Formation, stop current action. Okay, so stop current action, select all characters, formations, and I've got Nameless One and Mort, the skull friend. And party members I can have. Looks like 6. Combat log is here. Quick loot. Okay, how to play. That's a lot of buttons. Pause on pause. Okay. Action is going to be assigned while pause. Sure. Swap the weapon the selected character is using. Right. Okay. Weapons here. Spell here. Item. Quick item. Okay. Special ability. And dialogue. This is too many UI things. Aaron, you told me it was going to be too many UI things, and I wasn't certain. You were right. Well, all right. Let's do our best. Options. Okay, options over here. Priest scroll, journal, statistics screen for character stats, open dialogue window. Lock view on character. Toggle party AI. Turn off for full party control. Okay. Alright, so now more buttons. Rest party. Mage spellbooks next to priest. Map screen. Inventory. And then show or hide hit points is somewhere. Okay, that's all.
Alright.
So I'm looking for a knife, so I have a weapon. There are bandages. And there's a scalpel. All right, you found the scalpel. Now go get those corpses. And don't worry, I'll stay back and provide valuable tactical advice. Maybe you could help me, Mort? I will be helping you. Good advice is hard to come by. I meant help in attacking the corpse. Me? I'm a romantic, not a soldier. I'll just get in the way. When I attack this corpse, you better be right there with me, or you'll be the next thing I plunge this scalpel in. Or, all right then. Let's be nice. Pressing the A key also attack cursor. Great. So select weapon. Fist. So I need to go to inventory. I need the satchel. No. It's bottom right. Inventory screen. Okay. Knife. I may not be able to punch ever again because my punch went away. I have an eyeball. Okay. A system of rails is running through the whole room. It looks like the slabs in the room can be moved around on those rails. I remember that. That's pretty cool. I can talk to the zombie first. Hello? Talk to zombie. The shambling corpse looks like it has been dead for several years. The skin along its forehead has peeled back, revealing its chalk-white skull. Someone has chiseled the number 569 into the exposed bone. And thank you for the tip about talking. I'm looking for a key. Do you happen to have one? Chief, they can't hear you, all right? They're dead. But you're dead, and you're talking to me. Yeah, but I'm special. Death couldn't kill my zest for life. These corpses here? Mort rolls his eyes. They probably wouldn't have much personality to begin with. I see. Look, Chief, watching you try to swap the chant with these corpses isn't doing much for my morale. Let's leave the corpse talk to the bombies, all right? All right, then. Let's go. Do you have a key? Bandages. Okay. Do you have a key? Corpse is carrying nothing, but the hands are bandaged, so I could get the bandages again. Do you have a key? This is number 782. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. Key, this corpse looks like the one with the key. It is holding it tightly in its left hand, thumb and forefinger locked around it in a death grip. Looks like you'll need to hack the corpse's hand off to free the key. Need that key, corpse. Looks like you're not long for this world. Alright, so we're just in rounds and I'm attacking. So I have a key. That's it for that. This corpse looks like someone turned it inside out. A machine at the head of the table has peeled the skin off the forehead to give direct access to the skull. Gross. Alright, so that's like a gate. Are you the way out? What if a key? Quick item. Okay, is that... When using keys, you need to have them in your inventory. Okay, so that's not the key for this door. One of the zombies is an undercover agent. That's very funny. Alright. Are you the key to this door? Yes. Okay. Let's check to see if there's anything else here that's useful. Because this is an RPG after all, and we have to loot everything. There's something here. What do you got? Nothing. Now I could get bandages from the other zombies, but there's going to be more in here, right? Okay, so everybody gets carted into this central thing. Psst, some advice, Chief. I'd keep it quiet from here on. No need to put any more corpses in the dead book than necessary, especially the femmes. Why? Plus, killing them might draw the caretakers here. I don't think you mentioned it before. Who are these caretakers? They call themselves the Dustmen. You can't miss them. They have an obsession with black and rigor mortis of the face. They're a bunch of ghoulish death worshippers. They believe everybody should die, sooner better than later. So why do these Dustmen care if I escape? Weren't you listening? I said the Dusties believe everybody's gotta die, sooner better than later. You think the corpses you've seen are happier in the dead book than out of it? Where did they all come from? Death visits the plains every day, Chief. These shamblers are all that's left of the poor sods who sold their bodies to the caretakers after death. Before you said something about making sure I didn't kill any female corpses. Why? What? Are you serious? So, piece of ledge. That's fine. Okay. Lecherous skull. Got it. Didn't you say before that I'm not dead? Well, you might not be dead, but I am. And from where I'm standing, I wouldn't mind sharing a coffin with some of these fine, sinewy cadavers I see here. Mort starts clacking his teeth, as if in anticipation. Of course, the caretakers would have to part with them first, and that's not likely. Alright. Look, Chief, it's obvious you're still a little, after your kiss with death, so I got 2 bits of advice for you. 1, if you got questions, ask me. And then 2 is something else. To speak to a party member, select the talk option from the quick menu. Then left-click on the party member you wish to speak to. Alright, if I have any questions, I'll ask you. 2nd, if you're half as forgetful as you seem to be, start writing stuff down. Whenever you come across something that might be important, jot it down so you don't forget. This is a RPG, after all. You have to have a journal. If I had that journal I was supposed to have with me, I'd do that. Start a new one then, Chief. No loss. There's plenty of parchment and ink around here to last you. Alright, I guess I'll make a new one. Use it to keep track of your movements. If you ever start to get cloudy on important things, like who you are, or more importantly, who I am, use it to refresh your memory. To access the journal, select the journal button on the quick menu. Your journal will automatically be updated throughout the game.
Updated my journal.
Like they said. Hello? Yep, I'm just like you, zombieing around. Everything's cool. Alright. So, can I get out of here? I can. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna loot everything because this is an RPG. Receiving room logbook. I can select that. And I can select that. Coins. Fist irons. Sorry, is fist irons a weapon? It is a weapon. Alright, let's try that instead. What's your deal? You are possibly somebody I need to avoid. But I also want all the lore in this game. Give me your lore. This scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and has a slight trace of yellow like old parchment. Charcoal gray eyes lie within an angular face, and a large white beard flows down the front of his robes like a waterfall. His breathing is ragged and irregular, but even his occasional coughing does not slow the scratching of his quill pen. Greetings. Whoa, Chief, what are you doing? I was going to speak with the scribe. He might know something about how I got here. Look, rattling your bone box with Dusty should be the last thing. Before Mark can finish his rap, the scribe begins coughing violently. After a moment or two, the coughing spell dies down, and the scribe's breathing resumes its ragged wheeze. And we especially shouldn't be swapping the chant with sick Dusties. Come on, let's leave. The quicker we get this place, give the place the laugh, the better. Before Mort can finish, the scribe's gray eyes flicker to you. The weight of years hangs heavy upon me, restless one. He places down his quill. I do not yet count deafness among my ailments. Restless one, do you know me? Know you? Aye. There's a trace of bitterness in the scribe's voice as he speaks. I have never known you, restless one, no more than you have known yourself. He's silent for a moment. For you have forgotten, have you not? Who are you? As always, the question, and the wrong question as always. He bows slightly, but the movement suddenly sends him into a bit of coughing. He pauses for a moment, catches his breath. I am Dahl. Perhaps you can answer some questions for me, Dahl?
Updated my journal.
I updated my journal. Very well. What do you wish to know? How did I get here? Dahl snorts in contempt, as if he finds your memory repugnant. Your moldy chariot ferried you to the mortuary, restless one. I would think that you were royalty based on the number of loyal subjects that lay stinking and festering upon the cart that carried you. I arrived here in a cart.
Updated my journal.
Yes, your body was somewhere in the middle of the heap, sharing its fluids with the rest of the mountain of corpses. Dahl breaks into another violent fit of coughing, finally catching his breath. That minutes later is a long time. Your seneschal, Farad, was, as always, pleased to accept a few moldy coppers to dump a lot of you at the mortuary grave. Who is this Farad? He is, collector of the dead. Dahl draws a ragged breath, then continues. We have such people in our city that scavenge the bodies of those that have walked the path of true death and bring them to us so they may be interred properly. Where can I find this Farad? If events persist as they have, restless one, you have a much greater chance of Farad finding you and bringing you to us again before you find whatever ooze puddle he wallows in this time. Tell me more about the mortuary. This is where the dead are brought to be interred or cremated. It is our responsibility as dustmen to care for the dead, those that have left the shadow of life and walk the path to true death. Dahl's voice drops in concern. Your wounds must have exacted a heavy toll if you do not recognize this place. It is almost your home. Shadow of life. Yes, a shadow. You see, restless one, this life, it is not real. Your life, my life, they are shadows. Flickerings of what life once was. This life is where we end up after we die. And here we remain trapped, caged, until we can achieve the true death. True death? True death is non-existence. A state devoid of reason. A state devoid of reason. A stale devoid of reason didn't make sense. A state devoid of reason, of sensation, of passion. Dahl coughs, then give a ragged breath. A state of purity. I have some other questions. Can you tell me how I get out of here? The front gate is the most obvious exit, but they will not let anyone other than dustmen pass. One of the guides by the front gate has a key to it, but it is unlikely he will open it for you unless you are extremely persuasive. Farewell, then. I want loot. Alright. Let's go up here. There's nothing. Now we go to this gate. Okay, can I go around to this other section that I saw at the beginning? Okay. You didn't see me. There's a person. Just gonna get this stuff real quick. Bandages. Big pit. Nothing there. Alright, this is the edge of the map. Just a lot of slabs. Alright, if RPG design tells me anything, There will be something useful down here because it's the farthest away thing that I have to do the most to try to get to. That's stairs, but I don't know if we can go upstairs. The store is locked. You will need a key. That is upstairs. Okay. Okay, so there is one more room to get to. If I can get through that. Okay, so I'll need a key for that one as well. So now we go here, I guess. Mortuary, third floor. Ooh, toasty. Charcoal charm. Ooh, okay. Bookshelves. Nothing. The Dustman regards you with a stony gaze. Are you lost? No, I'm not lost. I had some questions. If you are not lost, what is your business here? I'm curious what they will do when faced with someone who is untrue deathed. Do you speak in jest? Perhaps you would like to share it with the guards. The dustman takes a step back. He looks like he is about to summon the guards. I mean, that's rough. I think my character will become a better person later. Okay, well, I'm not fast enough because I don't have a very high dexterity score, right? You're not fast enough. The dustman dodges as you lunge for him. Taking a step back, he clasps his hand together sharply 3 times. In response, a great iron bell starts tolling throughout the mortuary. All right, then. Yep, this feels like D&D. Mostly missing. Ooh, knife, dagger, club, robes. Okay. So, let's go here and put on some robes. Yeah, I definitely belong here. Yep, just hanging out with a jagged knife. Totally a thing that I should be having. Robes. Okay. I'm a fighter, apparently. See? I'm supposed to be here. You gonna fight me? It seems like you want to fight me. I got your stuff. Needle and thread. Alright, let's hoof it a little. Wait, why are you fighting me? I'm wearing your robes. Okay.
Damn it. Did you see that? Damn it.
Well, I'm definitely a robe thief. One would think that having a floating skull hanging out with you is just like a normal dustman thing. I got junk! Hell yeah. Just running around in a mortuary. I mean, I can outrun these jerks, right? That's the thing. Sanctum key. Just gonna run around you to get loot. Don't mind me. I'm just here for loot. Junk. It's very important that I have junk.
Damn it.
My character is pretty powerful for a theoretically level 1 fighter. If we're using like standard CR. Well, I guess we're not using 5e CR because this is a 2e game. A clot charm. A nothing. Dustman embalming charm, lesser. Mortuary task list. Container is locked. Okay. Do I... Because the key just needs to be in my inventory, right? Quick item. Okay, that is not insufficient. This is just like a big furnace. The air roaring from the mouth of this furnace is incredibly hot. Walking even a few steps past this archway would certainly cause your hair and flesh to burst into flame. I mean, I guess I'll not do that. I want to find the bell and make it stop ringing. They're more... Alright, I'm gonna get you, because you're gonna come and find me anyway. And you'll give XP, because this is D&D. And murder gets me XP. Alright, so... I want to use bandages. Okay, I did that. Great. Let's actually put bandages in my quick item area. Okay. Nothing. Can I open you? Yes. And that's it. Okay. What if I go down again? So now I'm back on the second floor.
All right.
But I have an extra key. Okay, well, they know to fight me now. Why am I not wearing the robes? Robes. Where are the robes? Do my robes go away when I get, like, discovered? Or is it like a bug? That's a loot.
All right.
Did the robes disintegrate? Maybe. Alright, gaining lots of experience from murdering skeletons and zombies. Okay. Running away, running this way. Okay. Open that door. So can we just leave now? Okay. Wonder when I'll be able to take levels in something other than fighter. Since I'm not beefy in any way, shape, or form. Gonna get those zombie workers. There's Mort.
What's up? Yeah. Sure,
Why
why not?
didn't you come with me? Flying skull. Oh, there's a person to investigate. Another corpse, but no indication of what the
I'm
body
gone.
died of. Okay. I have looted that, so let's go back over here and talk with this person who doesn't seem hostile. A Ven. You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck makes her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands. Her fingers are talons. They're darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives, removing organs. I mean, I don't know that there's anything wrong with her hands. Woman makes no response. I think the dusty chit might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? What's wrong with her hands?
Updated my journal.
She's a tiefling. They got fiend blood in their veins. Usually causes some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or another. Some of them are not great in the head or weird looking. Alright, I'll just let you do your thing. Okay. So I have a key. Can I just leave? No. Okay, we're fighting everybody now.
See that? Damn it.
You are required to obtain all the XP before you may go. Yep. There is no lock or other means of opening it. Okay. Then tell me how to get out. I know you already did, but tell me how to get out. Front gate. Okay. Do I need to go down more layers? Because that's not a front gate necessarily. Which way is front indeed?
Damn.
Okay. Gained experience. Because that's the stairs. Those are the stairs up. Are there stairs down? Mortuary first floor. Then, okay. So these are the guards. So dynamic.
All right.
Okay, so you have a key, and a ring, and a knife. And what do you have? You have this and lots of knives. Okay, so it's time to use... No. Da-da-da-da. Do I do this? Click, item... Okay, that's the thing. Click, item... front gate? Alright, that looks like it's the front gate. So I'm just gonna go and fight more people, because that's how video games work. I want the bracelet, so let's drop this. And now let's go to inventory and see bronze bracelet, sell it for a thing, bronze ring, charm, ooh, lore. Dustman Embalming Charm Lesser. 3 charges. Usable only on Nameless One and Mort. The strange metal bracelet has directions inscribed on the side of it. Judging from the crude text, it appears that the bracelet works by being held by a living creature, then pronouncing a mantra to the true death. Minor enchantment. Strengthen their bones. Tracing. Okay, so you get a bonus. Temporary hit points. Temporary bonus of AC. Extra hit points will heal. Okay. Cool. What do I put this in? It's a quick item. It's not a... Alright. Wrist. Okay. One to 3 slashing damage. 1 to 6 crushing. But it's slower because this edition has weapon speed, clot charm. Okay, so what's a charm? Like, are you a one-use thing? It looks like you're a one-use thing. Okay. Mortuary task list. I'd like the contracted workers to be inspected. Raised if they've collapsed. Don't dispose of collected bodies. Spare embalming charms. Okay. What are you? Heavy tapestries made of shiny fabric. The symbol of a screaming skull with sharp blades protruding from its sides is woven into the tapestries. Metal. Alright, so that looks like... Are you the front door? You look like more mortuary. Large tomb. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I have a floating skull friend and a knife. Oh dear. Well, let's find out whether I can take a giant skeleton in this video game. Ooh, missing is fun. Come on, get him! Come on, Mort. Yeah, good job, Mort. Ow.
See that?
Die.
Don't you kill my skull friend! I'll get you! Eventually. Ooh, 650 experience. Very cool. Alright, I do have more bandages. So let's use those on Mort. Great job, skeleton friend. Skull friend. Alright, I don't... Nope. Absolutely not. Oh! Okay, let's... What if we went... What if we didn't? I definitely don't want to fight 3 of those at once. Okay. I think we'll leave now. Okay, and there's ghosties where I was. Interesting. Imagine bandaging a skull, right? Ooh, 90s cutscenes. Okay, so here's a view of Sigil, right? Because we're in a big Taurus. Disguise
All right.
removed. Alright, and so these are not hostile. I'm definitely supposed to be here. Everything is fine. So, I'm slowly regenerating health, even with a fairly mediocre constitution score. These are all just generic faction members. Will you talk to me? You see a pale-faced dustman standing guard over the front gate. He's staring across the city rooftops with a distant expression. As you approach, he turns to face you. Yes? I have some questions. I'm looking for someone named Farad. Do you know where he might be found?
Updated my journal.
Farad is a collector. The man studies you for a moment. If you would wish to know more of him, I am told that initiate Emmerich in the Gathering Dust Bar also seeks him. It may be that he can help you. Where is the Gathering Dust Bar? As one leaves the mortuary front gate, head south and west. It lies past the memorial. Looking for a lost journal? No. Okay. Yeah, I definitely didn't escape from your mortuary. Don't mind me. Hello? You see a man in tattered clothing. As you approach, he suddenly stops and begins to look around, frightened. Greetings. The man looks startled, then takes a step back. Eh? What you be wanting, cutter? His voice is shaky, and he seems taken aback by your scars. I have nothing on me, so and my rags aren't worth the trouble. I'm not here to rob you. I just had some questions. He keeps a safe distance. Eyes dart from side to side, as if expecting something to step out of the shadows. Questions, he said, and what might these questions be? I'm missing a journal. Nope. Can you tell me about these slums? What do you want to know about the Hive, Cutter? Why is it called the Hive? I don't know. Mess of streets, mess of people, mayhap. What's around here of interest? It depends. Depends on what you find interesting, Cutter. I'm looking for someone named Farad. Collector? Rag Pickers Square during the day. Rag Pickers Square is a few blocks from here. Go west from the mortuary. Careful. Collectors don't always wait for a body to die. What about the city? What is this place? The city of doors, the cage. Place where all doors lead to and from. Center of the plains and what gets most of the backwash from all the other places too. Some say this is where everybody ends up at one point or another. City of doors? Hey, yeah. The city is, frowns as if struggling with words. The city's got a batch of doors scattered through it, and the doors, they lead places. There's doors all over Sigil, but they don't always look like doors. They're more like portals, and they can be about anything. A window frame, a picture frame, an archway, a barrel hoop, space between a table's legs, or a statue's legs. And all those things are doors. Doors, portals, anything that closed on all sides. It's hard to tell where they are unless you have the key. Is that how you got here? Through a door? So what are the keys? Each door's got a key which makes it open, see? Most times you won't even know the door's around unless you got the key. And then the door opens and you can step through it and take your chances. Trick is, you know how I was saying that doors can be anything? Well, so can keys. They could be a tune you hum yourself near a door, or a thought you're having about pastries, a little jig you do, or maybe the key's an object, like a piece of glass, a cobblestone, or a broken tooth. Anything. Sounds pretty confusing. You get used to it. Where do all these go? Doors can go anywhere. Some even lead to the same place twice. You see, such is the way of number of doors that they lead almost anywhere in the plains. Anywhere. It suggests that there are so damnable many of them. It's hard finding anyone that takes you to the right place where you want to go. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Thanks. Yep. That's all good. You think you could spare a few coppers for a blood who helped you on your way? Not many around here. Do you think that are fella enough for a man to wet his tongue after all the talking? Fair enough. glances around to see if anyone saw the exchange, then tucks the jink in the folds of his robe. Thank you kindly, Cutter. May the lady's shadow pass you by. Farewell. So, just some people. Hive thug. Probably don't want to deal with you. A sex worker, potentially. Alright, so that's a something. This is a door. I'm just gonna burst into someone's house. Hello! Small dwelling. RPGs.
I'm gone.
This man looks haunted. His eyes are half-lidded, as if he has trouble sleeping, his hair long and unkempt. His beard is flecked with bits of dead skin and old bits of food. He doesn't seem to notice you as you approach. Greetings. The man glances up at the sound of your voice and his slack expression vanishes. It looks like someone has lit 2 fires in his eyes. What's your business be barging into my house? His eyes narrow and his teeth clap. Get, or I'll send you back to whatever grave you crawled from. I have some questions. Alright, you don't want me to be here. I will actually leave.
All right.
Hello? You see a tall creature with a shock of white hair. Skin has a greenish cast, and a pair of goat horns protrude from the forehead. They're dressed in long flowing robes and appear to be floating slightly above the ground. Hello. Creature turns to face you, and a series of symbols appear around their head. The symbols have a slight glow about them, and they just hover there. Oh, for power's sake, piking Dabus. What's wrong? I said Dabus. They speak in rebuses, these annoying word puzzles. If you don't know what he's saying, then we better find a native or some way to communicate with him, if we want to. An annoying bunch. I bet they can't speak. They would just rather piss everyone off by trying to puzzle out what they're saying. What's a Dabus? Chant is their janitors for the Lady of Pain. They float around, breaking, fixing, and patching up sigil according to her whims. They're worse than corpse flies. More size. You can swat them, though. Can't swat them, though, or the lady will get upset. Lady of Pain? Who's that? She runs this city. You'll know if you see her. She's got these blades around her face. She's about the size of a giant, and she floats off the ground, just like these guys. Mort nods at the Dabus, who is looking at you both. Nobody knows much about her. She doesn't speak much. All you need to know is that you don't want to make her angry. If you see her, my advice, run. I see. The Dabus waits patiently, its hand tucked into its sleeves. A series of symbols materialize above its head, and they vanish and a question mark appears. Mort, can you translate? So, I'd sooner be strained through a Tanari's bowels than unravel what these floating goat heads are trying to say. You want a translator? Find a sigil native. I'm sorry, I don't understand you. And then I leave. Alright, so another Dabus doing Dabus things. So that's a bridge. Maybe. Just some people doing people things.
I've never seen something so ugly I've not.
Hello?
Hike off.
You see a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armor. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature, and a horned shoulder piece protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail that's flicking back and forth as you watch. Pike off. Greetings. Girl ignores you. I'm looking for someone named Farad. I might say more if you spit in the question. She clicks her tongue and rubs 2 fingers together. Jink jink, eh? Jink jink. She means money. Hard coin. How much? Never mind. Farewell to you two.
No deaders today said walking ones looks like. Can't find any deaders. Maybe I could gut her. Seen something so ugly I've not to be telling this copper about now.
Ah, you're a named character. Bane the Sender. You see a heavyset man with sharp features and a pained expression. Despite his frame, he has an effeminate look about him, and Unlike other residents, he seems to have bathed recently. As you approach, he looks up hopefully and calls out with a high voice. Craddock, good sir? What? Eh? His hopeful expression dies as he studies your face. 1,000 apologies, good sir, if I have given offense. He gives a slight bow. I'm called Bane the Sender, third child of Dai Bane the Sender. I am one of the many runners of the city in the employ of the House of Senders. No apologies necessary. What do you want? 1,000 apologies for troubling you with such a trivial matter, but I seek Craddock, an overseer in the hive. Bane looks as if he is in pain, but alas, he eludes me. He looks at you hopefully again. Could it be you've heard of such a man? I'm sorry, I haven't. Bane gives a deep sigh. I am bound to deliver a message to him, and as yet, fortune has not yet chosen to favor me. I could help you. If I come across a man, I could pass along your message, or I might be able to find him and deliver your message. Bane's face, yeah, this should be a possessive. Lights up like a lantern. Oh, fortunate day for Bane and the House of Senders. Any assistance you could provide would be most welcome. If you find this Craddock and pass along the message, I shall see to it you are paid for your trouble. Alright, what's the message? Bane recites the message almost like a mantra. The shipments must be in the cursed by the 3rd day, or there will be a penalty. Bane frowns. I am told that Craddock will know of the shipment to which the message pertains. Alright, if I see Craddock, I'll pass along the message. Is there anything you can tell me about him before I go that might help me find him? He's said to be a giant of a man, stern of features. He's an overseer in one of the hive marketplaces. Alas, I know little else than that. Alright. Thank you, good sir. Should fate favor you, and you are able to bear the message to Craddock, be so kind as to return and tell me of it. I will see that your efforts are rewarded.
Updated my journal.
Side quests. Alright. Some dust people. You're just like a temple. Quentin. There's so many people here. The man before you looks to be of middle height and years. He is stout with a thick, bullish neck, and his shoulders are hunched as if a great weight was pressing on them. He wears an impatient look as he stares at the black monolith in front of him. There's room, Cutter. No need to ask my leave to stand here. Actually, I want to know what the monolith is. It's this tombstone for the plains. He scoffs. Graveyards of names are scratched onto that rock. Can only hope my name's the one that'll split this stone in twain. He points at the base of the mountain. Quentin. Right there. Hammered in just hard enough to send the damn things crashing down. Tombstone for the plains? Aye. Quentin smiles ruefully. The Dusties scratch the names of the dead on the monument here. He gestures all around him. And on the walls of this place. Not enough space by my reckoning, but no matter. They do their best. Can barely read half the names. And what are you doing here? Reading the new arrivals. Try to find a new one every day. Try to remember if I knew him. Nothing more. The dustmen record the names of all that have died on this monument? Aye, they scratch them on this rock. They scratch them on the walls. I don't know why they take the trouble to keep the counting of the dead. The Dusties have more care for the living. The living? Hey, you know the dustmen mourners that come to this place? They aren't mourning the dead. They're mourning the living. You can barely get a word in them edgewise without them asking to mourn some living burg for you. Why do they mourn the living? Got me there, Cutter. He shrugs. Might want to put the question to him. Seems the dead are thrice worthy the pity of any poor sod living in this pit. He nods at the monument. Every name on there is blessed in my book, it is. Ever know anyone who came on back after the name was put on there? You mean back from death? Quentin shakes his head. Not a one, Cutter. Everything that lives dies, and that's the way of things. He shrugs. Still, considering the plains go on forever and all, I suppose anything's possible. I suppose so. Nope, that's all the things. This woman's face looks broken, and she is covered in scars. They look like bite marks and fingernail cuts. She's cradling the shreds of several rags in her hands and is staring emptily at the wall of the monument at the names there. Hello? Get you back! Black canines, eh? Those chaos men wrecked my cart, attacked me, and killed 3 of my sisters who tried to stop them. Not sisters anymore. Now there are nothing but names on this memorial wall. Chaos men? Chaos men, a faction, they says. What they are is a bunch of that runs wild through the hive and does whatever they please. We never did no harm to them. Then they lope in like dogs and tear apart anything within their reach. Who are these chaos men who attacked you? They're a hiver gang, a bunch of sods that call Solves the starved dogs barking or some nonsense. Do I want to be righteous? Yeah, let's... Copper earning your purse if you pen 3 of those murdering sods in the dead book, Jig. Where can I find them? Southgate, spireward from here, then walk around the block until you come to a place where men run in circles, howling at the sick sky. That's the starved dogs.
Updated my journal.
Side quest. Talk to anybody who has a name. Ingress, you see a haggard woman wrapped in rags. Her hair is disheveled and dirty, and her complexion is extremely dark. Burns cover her arms, and her right hand is a fused lump of flesh. It looks melted like a wax exposed to a great heat. Hello.
Updated my journal.
Thick accent, eh? What is it you want me? The woman's accent is thick, and you are having difficulty making out what she's saying. You want me to leave? Not leaving the city, so I'm not. I can't. Tried. It's not a city. It's a prison everywhere. Everywhere? There's worlds. There's her eyes gleam. Plains that be sinking sands, fields thirsty nettles be, sightless worlds where limbs are given life and hate, cities of dust whose people are dust and whisper ash, the house without doors, the twilt lands, the singing winds. She starts to sob, but seems all out of tears. And shadows. The terrible shadows they be. Where are all these places? Where's them places? She flings a lump of her right hand in an arc, gesturing at the cityscape. There's alls here. Doors here and everywhere. You not knowing this? She squints at you and her teeth start chattering. Tell you I will. Beware every space you walk through or touch in this thrice-cursed city. Doors, gates, arches, windows, picture frames, the open mouth of a statue, the spaces between shelves. Beware any space bounded on all sides. All these are doors to other places. Every door has a key, so we already know about this. And take a tithe. A key can be an emotion, an iron nail held between second and fifth fingers. The thought 3 times, then thought once in reverse, or maybe a glass rose.
Updated my journal.
So.
Updated my journal.
Can't leave. Come from a place else from here, almost a life ago. Hummed a tune by a glade with 2 dead trees that had fallen together. A brilliant door opened in the place between the crossed trees, showed me this city I stepped through, ended here. Tried to go home. Went to a lot of bad places. Can't even leave here, this square. And there, the place of death behind the gates waits for me. She points at the mortuary. Can't go anywhere in this city. So you're afraid to go through any door or arch because it might be a portal. She nods. How long have you been afraid of this? Since the last time I walked through the portal, the place where my hand. Since my 10th turning. I'm in me 4th, 10th turning now. You haven't gone through any door for 30 years? If you got here, there must be a portal that can take you back. She smiles. Only takes one portal. You step through accident, drive the fear into you. Lost hand. Well,
updated my journal.
I don't expect to be able to find a way to help that person. What? What? No, leave me alone. I don't want to fight. Leave me alone. You gonna try and get me or what? What if I go back to where there are guards? You gonna fight the guards too? Leave me alone. Okay. I like that they run away. just fought off some randos. But I'm more than a little bit beat up. I'm just gonna be some random person's house. Shalandra. Blast, I almost had this. Do you know it's dangerous to interrupt spellcasters when they're evoking a spell? Luckily for you, I was only practicing. What do you want? Okay.
All right.
Can't do anything with this person yet.
I'm gone.
Can I not go through here? I guess not. Okay. That makes me think that then this is the place I'm supposed to go. The post. This appears to be a message board of a corpse. Look at the post for Office of Vermin Control, Vermin and Disease Control. Plague of brain rats. So, killing rats for bounties.
Chief, what are we doing in here? Let's say we just give this place the laugh, all right?
This... You see a spindle-thin dustman in dirty black robes. His stiff black hair springs forth from his skull like a crown of spikes, and his leper-white skin is drawn sharply across his skull. He's frowning into his drink and mumbling to himself. Hello. The dustman looks up, blinks one, then looks you up and down, studying you. As he studies you, he takes one of his spiked locks and pointed himself with it. Norochchi, initiate, dustman, guard. You look troubled, Norochchi. Norochchi touches his face and traces the shape of his frown with his finger. Troubled, yes. What's wrong? Many troubles have I. Help can you. A mausoleum awakes. The dead walk, the dead disturbed, the dustman disturbed. Find out what disturbs the undead, and copper coins I will pay. Very well.
Updated my journal.
North and west. Okay.
All right.
I mean, I already went to one of these. Slash, came from one of these. Hey, what's up? You have the look of one lost. Okay, I thought that this was the place I was supposed to go. It appears that maybe this is not. Or is this just like a dustman bar? As you approach, the elderly woman turns and stares at you. Ah, who's coming in on Sarah today? Death's dearest son. She looks you up and down, then shakes her head in disbelief. By every power in its mother, boy, what crypt did you crawl out of? Well, the crypt was losing its charm, so now I'm looking around for the right place to die. Know of anywhere? She barks a laugh that rattles your ear. Ha! Not here, unless you want to die of boredom. What's wrong with here? Look around, what do your eyes tell you? A dustman bar. Dustmen are the dullest breeds to ever nest in Sigil. Okay. Seen a journal? No idea. Looking for Farad. That dog, he's the worst of the collector lot. I heard he has his kip set up somewhere in the Ragpicker Square, many streets west of the mortuary gate. Dangerous place, though. Some of the collectors aren't patient enough to wait for folks to die before they sell them for money. Collectors? They get bodies. Alright. Dustman in particular. Scribe. Swago. Guide. Okay. Well, that's not where I went. Where I
I'm
needed
gone.
to go.
Got a dusty.
All right. That's not an exit. Can I go down this way? I can.
Done.
Let's look at inventory. Bracelet, club, key. I have 20 coppers. And an eyeball. Whoop. They're all trying to rob me.
You see that? You see that? You see that?
Alright, so I killed one and got some copper. You're a collector. You want these bodies? What is this place? Why are you looking for bodies? I mean, I have some bodies right here. You're a named person. Possibly a camel centaur? Man and ram. Much as this creature's body is a combination of man and ram, his head is a mix of sorts. With a broad flat nose, goat ears, and a pair of curling horns, intricate designs are shaved into his dirty pelt, and a massive four-flanged polearm hangs from his belt harness. He doesn't seem to notice you. He turns to face you with startling speed, his eyes dark and suspicious of you. His voice is deep and rumbling, not quite human, and heavily accented. What do you want, two legs? His hand is close to his polearm. Only to speak with you. I had some questions. He seems to calm down. His hands drop away from his weapon. He still keeps a certain distance from you, however. What do you wish to ask me? Looking for someone named Farad? I know few people here, two legs. This Farad is not one of them. A friend of yours? I don't know. Why are you so wary? He seems sad for a moment. This place, a wretched, unclean place, is full of unfriendly, sometimes desperate people. Not the best place for a visiting barrier or two legs. He shrugs. I have business here, though. And so here I am. Business? Another time, two legs. If we ever meet in a happier place, I shall tell you about it. Alright, can I go here? Is this going to be another dustman bar? Small dwelling. This doesn't
I'm
look
gone.
small. This looks like I would say, a medium dwelling. You've got a bunch of boxes here. What's up with that? Moving from box to box, this man seems to be totally immersed in counting boxes and scribbling results down on a piece of parchment. He looks annoyed as you interrupt him. What is it now? Can't you see I'm busy taking inventory? Go bother someone else. Alright. Just hanging out in a warehouse.
I'm gone.
Can I come fight you? This is what you get for attacking me. Just gonna go and chase down people that tried to murder me. Get the Zerai townsperson. There's some more hive thugs. Person's running away. What's this? Smoldering corpse bar.
Done.
Oh, yeah, this is one of the places that I'd heard about, right? You can get over the smell. It's not a bad place to call Kip. This is a woman with fading bruises on her face and arms and a look of despairing longing in her sunken eyes. She might have been pretty once, but those days were long ago. Judgy? She turns slowly to face you. Life pours into her features in a spark of sardonic light that dances in her eyes. Now it makes you wonder if your eyes were deceiving you. Welcome to the smoldering corpse, scarred man. Who's that burning?
Updated my journal.
The despair you saw on her face flits across it again like a black-winged shadow. That's Ignis, one of the greatest wizards ever to come out of this slumming space for a cesspool. They caught him and opened a channel to the plane of fire through him, and now he's just a doorway for it, keeping himself alive by force of will alone. If someone could just douse him for a few moments, it'd give him his life back again. But they don't make enough water to do that. Someone should be able to do something. Journal? Yeah, I keep an eye out for all the stray journals. Wow. What can you tell me about this place? Okay. Who are you? Drusilla? Looking for a collector by the name of Farad. The Collector King? You can probably find him and his stinking elk in the trash warrens on the far side of the hive. Good luck in getting any answers from him. He's a sly devil, he is. Okay. Ebb. Creek knees. Hey, Ebb. You see a slightly stooped old man with a full gray beard and a lion's mane of gray hair. He wears a couple of shoulder guards as armor and keeps a helmet nearby. He smokes a pipe and carries a pouch of tobacco around his waist. He looks pretty strong. He's also a little plump and appears to have had some sort of breathing trouble. Well, now, aren't you a sight, lad? Never have seen so many scars blanketing a fella. Like a scar cloak you're wearing. Where you been, hanging out in a grain thresher? He laughs. I'm just jesting with you. No offense meant, and I hope no offense taken. I'm Ebb. Greetings, Ebb. His handshake is firm. Now, I hereby tender my apologies for the unfair jesting, lad. Hope no hard feelings. Can I buy you a tankard or two, or something smooth, something to smooth any ruffled feathers? Why not? That's the spirit, lad. Bide a moment. He rises to his feet and heads to the bar. After a moment, he returns to his seat with a pair of tankards. Here you go, lad. Drink up. What can Ebb do for you on this old fine sigil day? I had some questions about this place. Oh, I gathered that. Just look at you. You don't look like you're around from these parts. Tell me how this city and its environs work. Davos. So these are the little workers in Mass Effect on the Citadel are Davoses, basically. I'm missing a journal. Tell me about Farad. Yep. So, lots of different places where I can get the information of where to find Farad. There's just so much game in this game. This is a thing that I tend to blanch against. So in games like this, it seems you're often, you want to talk to every single person.
All right.
And that's just so many people.
Damn it.
Well, maybe I died here.
Looks like death's come for the bill.
Feels like I've been through a shredder. All right. All right.
Do I still have all my stuff? I do. Okay, so that's the respawn option, I guess.
Done.
And then I just leave? Okay.
All right.
But Mort still has the same amount of hit points.
Done.
Black Abishai. Hey, you look cool. What's up? The black-scaled reptile towers to a height of 8 feet, offset by thin snake-like frame. Hey, what's up? Okay. I guess I'm leaving them alone. I'm gonna take your loot. Guess I'm not gonna take that loot. And I guess I'm gonna go this way because I'm going to Rat Picker Square.
All right.
I'm just gonna get jumped by people all the way. Ash Mantle. Dust Mantle. Oh, the dust bomb, yeah. Farad, okay. Journal, okay. What did I gain? I got a bunch of XP for tricking him into pickpocketing me.
I feel stronger.
Can I chase you into here? No. Alley of Dangerous People. I've already paid that. Okay, now I'm fighting more people.
You see that?
I'm taking a lot of damage.
Damn it.
I'm gone.
Alright. Now I take stuff from you. Copper, random stuff. I'll take your money. What if I just leave?
Done.
I don't want to just fight everybody. This is annoying. Okay.
Jellied Hydra eyeballs in aspic. Give it a try. It's delicious.
Where do I, like, trade stuff? You're a merchant. Will you trade things? I have a bunch of random crap. Oh, I want to sell you stuff.
Can't afford to get caught off guard, Cutter. sell only top of the line.
Here we are, Basser. I think
Here we are.
can fit you out.
Okay, random crap. Alright. Okay, and then I can buy stuff. Stiletto, knife. Okay. Options. Save game. Save. Yes. Okay, can I go this way? No. Can I go in here? Yes. This is just somebody's house.
Done.
Random people.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual. Huh?
Done.
Okay. So, lots of repairs over there. And now people are ambushing me again. Don't you dare attack my skull friend. So here's Ragpicker Square. Okay. Yeah. As I said, I don't really like this type of game. So I may have a better time watching somebody's Let's Play. Because it's fun hanging out, but I think I will make more fun playing something else. It's just these games, you have to be so exhaustive with them to get things, and it's just not my thing, unfortunately. I love this setting. The setting stuff is really cool, but maybe this is not the best way for me to get the information that I want. I think if I were on a stream with if I were like the second voice on a stream when someone else was playing and we were hanging out that way and talking with people in chat, maybe that would be fine. But like when I'm playing a game like this, anytime I skip talking to a person, I feel like I might be missing out on something, and I don't really like it. But then I also don't have the patience to talk to every single person at this scale. This is similar to, like, I don't play Outer Scrolls games, and I don't really play Bethesda games. So I feel like if I took a break here and then tried to heal up and then go and talk to Farad, there would be like forward motion here. But the like just getting ambushed by hive guards all the time, or hive thugs, and then like the fighting is not very dynamic, which is like, it's because this game is 20 something years old. And so maybe I'll come back to it. Maybe I won't. I think Meg is home, and there's a thing at 6 that I might try to get to. But before that I would need to like eat and take the dog out and things like that. So I think I may call it here for today. And then I will ponder whether I want to come back to Planescape Torment. Y'all have been lovely to hang out with, so thank you to the kids who are asleep, and to Poljack for chatting and for your advice. And thanks again to Poljack for coming by, and I don't know how many times you've been here previously, but joining in the chat, I definitely appreciate that. And now, because this is how this goes, as I'm talking about how I'm getting ready to stop streaming, then more people come into the stream. So I'm going to say this Friday, so 2 days from now, I'm going to be GMing a Court of Blades game with Speculate, which is a show that I co-host with Brandon O'Brien and Gregory A. Wilson. And we're going to be this will be like the final work assembling the group and then doing character bonds, and then they'll kind of have a short mission to kind of solidify the group. And that'll be this Friday at 8 p.m. at twitch.tv/ArvinElleron. So 8 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/ArvinElleron. So you should definitely come by for that. I'm excited for this game. We've had some scheduling challenges, but I'm hoping that we'll get the ball rolling, and then we have some other dates that we've scheduled, and I think that will be much better. And is my command GBM? Yes. If you did not see it, this most recent Sunday, we had the latest session of Girl by Moonlight Fractal Spire, which is another Speculate series. In that one, I am a player rather than the GM, and you can find the YouTube playlist for Girl by Moonlight in this command here at that YouTube link. And those are the things that I have going on in terms of actual play. And I will be streaming again on Sunday is my plan, and then I don't remember what else. I think that's basically all I've got going on. I'm working on stuff for running games and teaching at startplaying.games, the kind of like online professional GMing site. But I'm still working those kinks out there. And I think I'm going to start with classes on world building because of my like writing and academic background. It seems like the best way to get people interested in the games that you're running is to run games in D&D 5th edition. And I have not done that as much as I've done running lots of other games. So I've been spending some time reacquainting myself with D&D lore, like this Planescape stuff. And I'm also going to be like rereading the Dungeon Master's Guide and some other things to like beef up my recent familiarity with the game before I start offering 5e games that I'm going to be running, because I want to make sure to give a good value and things like that. So I think that's going to be all of that for me. And I will hope to see folks on Friday for Girl by Moonlight. Oh, that's the other thing I should do. I should remind everyone that the Geekomancy and now all 3 novels and novella in the Re-Reyes Urban Fantasy series are back out in the world in ebook format. The first 3 books are available in paperback, and the 4th book, Hexamancy, which is the 3rd novel because there's a novella in there, that one is out in ebook. I am working on getting the paperback up and running, but I have to like order proofs and make sure that they're all good looking. But that should be taken care of soon, and then you can order all of the books in that series from your friendly local bookstore or from like bookshop.org or something like that, and have them in physical form, which is very cool. and I'm excited for that. It's been great seeing people find the books for the first time or reconnect with the series, and it really means a lot to me because Geekomancy was my debut, the first book that I wrote that was published, and a lot of people know me mostly or firstly for those books. And so it's fun to be able to give them a new lease on life. That's all for me, I think, today. Thanks again to everyone who came out to hang and chat, and I will see you next time. Bye. And ending.